sawa? Unajua nasikia ikireplay.
Yes, so let's
Okay,
just go.
so
So what you're going to do is I'm going to introduce people, and then I'll go and sit there, and then as he's doing that, he'll just be playing some music. Yes. And then we'll talk about so what we're going to do today is we are going to we are doing this, right? So we are both music theory, or even people who will have any like questions on music theory can be sending them as we are.
The other thing, I want you guys now to look at string instruments.
Yes.
Specifically guitars. I want you to discuss mambo ya guitars, like, you know, I'm sure you mambo ya history. So, you're like,
Hello everybody, karibuni to the Music Teacher Kenya with me, Wahu Kirago. So today we have a guest who is Mr. Paul, who is going to talk a little bit about what he does. So today what we're going to do, I know some of you have been sending me some questions on music theory and some of what we've been tackling on our lessons. So please keep reminding me, and you can also in the comment section put your questions up, but we'll be having a discussion on what you're seeing behind here, which is guitars and violins, basically string instruments and pianos and a little bit of African instruments here and there. So karibuni, asanteni sana. So please stay tuned. I hope you do learn something, one or two things. So, Mr. Paul.
Yes.
First of all, tell us, let me not introduce you. Tell us about yourself, who you are, and what you do. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Jane, and also to our viewers there. I can say today is a very important moment whereby we are going to try and understand how the guitar,
Yes.
all practically music instruments come to be used and come to sound. As you use it, you take an instrument, you play it and make it sound, that beautiful sound. Where does it come from? So we are going to go deeper and understand how even you yourself you can construct your own. Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, now tell us about, you didn't even tell us your full names. Who are you and where did you begin? Why did you decide to, to do whatever you're doing right now? So, give us a little bit of the background of who you are, just briefly, so that we get to know who we are talking to.
Okay, I am Ugandan.
Okay.
My full names are Chintu Paul.
Chintu
Paul.
Okay.
Chintu for the Baganda, he was the first king.
Yes.
And I'm here. I married a person, a Kenyan, and then we decided to settle here. Okay. The way back in 2000, the story of music instruments started long back way in 2000, and then I got a chance after my high school to go in Europe. I went in Italy, and I stayed there for 3 years, and 1 year I went in Switzerland, in a town called Freiburg. Okay. And in Italy I was in a town called Firenze. My story, as I was going deeper into learning how to make instruments, I started with the language because they teach in Italian, so I had to know Italian. I cut it short and then married with 2 children, a baby boy of 4 months now, and one girl of 13 years. She would have been sitting class 8, grade 8, but because of what is taking place all over the world, we accept and we can say it is God who can also help us to go through. And I can say also we have to be strong in this period so that we can combat this pandemic. Now music. The fact was that I was being challenged that I didn't have the theory.
Yes. To make the instrument.
I had the theory, how to make, to choose them, to choose the right sound of an instrument, and to do the well-finished instrument. To grade them, there are 3 grades of instruments. There is an economical instrument, and a professional, and then concert. And I think if someone in Nairobi can come with a concert instrument, be violin, be a guitar, they're rare. It can go above $1 million.
It's very expensive.
Very, very expensive.
Okay. So why is it expensive? Is it the quality of sound? Is it the instrument, the wood that is used? Why do they become so expensive?
They became so expensive because some wood became so endangered species. Some wood like maple, like ebony, they became so hard to get. So the countries which are producing such wood, they put a ban. And then you have to get a certificate in order to get that wood. So all the music producers all over the world have to get such a certification from the forest reserves of that particular country. And now also the person who is going to buy the instruments, who is dealing in instruments all over the world, they should get that certificate. As the certificate becomes so hard to get, becomes also hard to have a cheaper instrument made with those pieces of wood which are originally hard to make instruments. Now makers, they started to improvise other pieces of wood. Even you can see even in the market they are plastic music instruments. They are there. They started to improvise as a way of giving to the society what is affordable. But still, as they gave what is affordable, they didn't rule out the other one, which is made concert, which is made with high quality value, high quality varnishes, techniques. they have invested in the machinery so much.
Okay.
And originally, these instruments were made by homemakers.
Okay.
They were individuals, even it was rare to know them. So they were hidden, and they were making these instruments, and that's why you could see many of these instruments were written handmade.
Handmade, yes, yes.
And
yes.
that instrument could take even 3 months. Someone could make 4 or 5 guitars a year.
Yeah, wow.
Imagine.
Now, when we talk about that, now that I see that you're making instruments, maybe I think you can give us an example, like how many instruments you make in, how long does it take to make an instrument for you?
One guitar can take a month.
One guitar can take a month.
One guitar can take a month.
Uh-huh.
Due to the duration of the glue in drying, the varnish period of time to dry, also preparing the wood to set, to season them. The first process is to season the wood which has to be used. First and foremost, it has to be hardwood. Hardwood, we are talking about, mostly we know much about mahogany.
Yes.
And we are blessed that we have wood like Eligoni teak. We have teak itself. It is found so much in Meru. They have it. Also Eligoni teak, also the sides of Erigon. But that one is found. Most important part is the neck, where we use the mahogany.
When you talk about the neck, show us the neck.
The neck.
Some of us may not understand what the neck is.
The neck
of a guitar.
The neck
Of a guitar.
An instrument also is like, we can say like is a human being. It has a neck, it has a head, it has we can say human being, our resonator is the stomach, is the belly. So this is the neck itself.
This one here.
Originally it is not like this.
Okay.
Now it has been worked on.
Yes.
We have assembled it, and as we get the wood itself, the thickness of the neck itself, it has to be at least less than 1 inch. Should be less than 1 inch. We can say maybe 20 specific. We can say 1 inch because it's the common way how you can get it understand.
Okay.
And then you start to work on it. But as you make this angle, you can see it is not straight. We're talking about the classical. We have a joint, and this joint is made at 15 degrees. So to find a way how you cut that 15 degrees, then get joining, that joint is to interchange the grains, because as the tension of the strings are pulling the neck, there is a tendency of breaking following the grains, the grain pattern, the nature of the wood. But as you interchange, then that problem is carved. Because there is a joint, we have to cover. There is a sheet, then we cover, and then it does so much like of final finishing. But the important part of it is to strengthen also the neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now, maybe we started from where we shouldn't have started. Maybe you can give us an idea of the typical construction of a guitar. And actually, before we get there, tell us why you decided to, because you said you're a Ugandan. Why did you decide to, is this something that you started in Uganda and then decided to come to Kenya? Or is this something that, when you came to Kenya and realized, people are not creating their own guitars, people are buying Chinese guitars. And what really inspired, like building your own instrument? Because this is very new, honestly. And most of us, when you go and buy guitars or buy instruments, we are usually very sure to know that they have come from a different place, but not here. So why did you decide to do this?
To do this here?
Yes.
Back in Uganda, I had a workshop, and I wanted to look generally globally. I didn't want to confine myself in one country. I always say one city is not enough.
Okay.
We should be targeting many as possible. And when I looked around, I was moving around to see the economy of this region, and I decided to choose Nairobi, to choose Kenya, because as you are trying to come out to set up your goals, your future, you have also to find out a better location. So I decided to choose Nairobi because of that economic power in this region. And I saw that it is working, and also the way how people from Kenya have appreciated so much. Actually, if you go and make a statistic, you can see Kenya in education, in music, and generally in education, they have gone so far in this region. And as we talk about music-wise, many of our musicians, they are educated because the schools have opened, the conservatoires. You can see that if universities have set up departments of music in every county, you can see that people not only enjoying today music here in Kenya, but they want also to make it as their career. Their job.
And they want to go to school and learn about it.
Exactly. Okay. Because the more you acquire knowledge about what you want to do, also in music, you will discuss exactly what people want, and you will see that they want to go with someone who is more knowledgeable, and we can see that this one is compared to other states around. I don't know. I can't say that others they have not appreciated so much. But when we talk so much on career guidance in the music, and also the syllabus itself, as the government of Kenya has done it, is really facilitating so much. Even the musicians themselves, they have been so much motivated by the president to see that young people come out, study music, take it as a profession. As they take it also, meaning also, we have to set up workshops also. As they study, they teach. We need instruments, we need workshops, not only shops.
Yes, workshops.
We need workshops. We need a workshop of which has to deal with the making and also maintenance. Because
manufacture
and maintenance.
Which is actually a unit in the new curriculum.
Exactly.
Of music, diploma and certificate level.
Exactly.
That's really good.
But before that one was not there, you had to study music, dance, and drama.
Yes.
And that's all. Even maybe 20 years ago, when you could talk about music, I don't want to offend our supers. I mean our elders, our parents. Some like my mom didn't want to talk about secular music. The only thing you could talk about the hymns, but for sure, the hymns themselves is music. Gospel music, sing and praise. But now what about when we are in football? When we want to enjoy ourselves?
We can't sing a hymn during a football match.
No.
And the hymn is a very Western, very Western style. So is it to mean that our traditional way of singing is inferior to the Western? Shouldn't be. I truly get that. You say you've found a lot of acceptance here in Kenya. Did you find that in the other countries that you went to, Switzerland and you said Italy? And also the way, we take music. Because I know Italy, well, when you talk about music, then Italy is very, features very dominantly. What about the other places where you've been?
I think I was born an African. I have to work in Africa and I have to die in Africa. Not necessarily in Uganda. But I want to say that we get the knowledge. All much of the curriculums we have. It came from the Roman Greek, and all that knowledge we have. So we should get it from there. We bring it here. So the education we have is a Western education, but we should bring it here.
Very true.
Yeah, as architectures, they are not constructing in Europe. They take architecture and they bring beautiful buildings here. Also, the same as artists. Get it out there. Come back to Kenya. Come back to Uganda. Construct Africa. We have to move on. We have to construct our Africa for ourselves.
Yes. In the way that you know best.
Yes, whoever you think that is going to develop our continent,
Yes.
I think I can challenge you. It will not happen. You will have to put your hand, and then I put my hand. You put your hand. Everybody puts his hand, and then we construct this.
You know, the very first, the time I met you, I think I was very challenged because there was a time I was doing some research on people who construct instruments here in Africa. And there is a gentleman who does that in Congo who's called Soklo. He has his Soklo guitars. So, you know, I was very curious I really wanted to actually go there and see how he does that.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, I didn't know that you had someone here, just right behind where I live, who is actually doing this. So now tell us about your guitar brand. First of all, what it is called, how you sell, or if, and the specific, or why is it special? Why do you think it is special? Why, you know, why not just go in the shop and get a guitar from the shop? Why do you think your brand is and as you do that, I think I want you to play that guitar. Hold it, and then you know, as you explain it,
Yes.
tell us why you think it's, you know, why it is unique.
For the first time, maybe someone hears about and sees this workshop.
Yes.
The brand itself is called Giveon.
Giveon.
Giveon
Yes.
is a short abbreviation of guitar and violin.
Okay.
I took almost 3 years looking for a brand which can accommodate anybody.
Yes.
Even if I leave this
okay.
world,
Okay.
the brand can continue as a Kenyan, as an African initiative.
Okay.
So,
Giveon.
Giveon.
It's very catchy, easy.
Giveon.
Very easy and catchy.
And a Giveon guitar, it has normally a professional guitar, classical, and another one, small one, is called a guitarina.
Okay.
Guitarina in Italian is a small guitar.
Okay.
So I wanted also, because having the background of where I took the knowledge,
Okay.
I wanted also to introduce this in my workshop, as it is in music. You can hear forte,
Yes.
fortissimo,
Pianissimo.
pianissimo,
Yes.
leggero, legato, staccato.
Yes.
So all these one, they are there. But if I say my brand, a small guitar will be called, all is called guitarina. I have introduced and I have done something in the music of Africa to introduce something which is, first of all, affordable.
Yes.
For the children, it is a nylon string, is classical.
So when you talk, let me just, when you talk about the guitarina, are you talking about these small ones?
Yes,
You
I'm
have,
talking
like,
about
is the black
all
one?
these ones.
Is this the black one there a guitarina?
That one is bigger.
Oh, okay.
That one is bigger, but
Okay.
all these ones,
Yes.
mostly which are not finished, they're the ones are
The
guitarina.
guitarina.
Small for children.
Yes. Which ages?
The age we can say from 5.
5 years.
5
so
years.
a 5-year-old can comfortably hold.
Can comfortably hold
this
that guitar.
guitarina.
It is light.
Very
think,
light. Yes.
I think
very light.
it can even have like how many grams? Like
It's
400
actually
grams,
light. Yes.
450 grams.
Very
Imagine.
light. Comfortable for a child.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that guitarina, and now we go to the classical standard size.
Okay.
Classical standard size, we have a professional and an economical. A professional has the wood, the top is should be cypress
Okay.
or pine,
Okay.
seasoned for between 1 year to 5 years. The wood itself.
1 year to 5 years.
1 year to 5 years.
That's a professional guitar.
That is now a professional classical guitar from Givion.
Okay. Oh, from Givion.
From Givion.
From Givion. Yes. Okay.
And now it has a neck of mahogany, all any hardwood, of which it is Kenyan.
Okay.
We get our own wood.
From Kenya.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the sound here. Yes. Yes.
What other things do you think makes it very unique?
This
Because
guitar.
I'm looking at the decoration, which is very unique, and it has a very African feel and vibe to it. I don't know if it's just me, but I think it looks very African. So is this the medium size?
This is the medium size, and its look has a history because. As this guitar started the story for me to learn music, to study music, and I was using this one. And actually, I remember even I didn't have money to buy a guitar here in Nairobi, and I decided to make my own. As I made my own, so this guitar remains as a monument, remains as something to remember. Who will come? My children, my grandchildren will remember the guitar which started this workshop. I don't know where this workshop will develop to which extent, but I ask that this remains as something to remain, and much of it is decorated African way. African decorations you can see, like this. This rosetta. The rosetta in Italian is called a small rose.
Okay.
So la rosa, they say la rosa. La rosa is a feminine word. La rosa, no la rosetta. So the small rose. Yes.
Okay.
So I decided to cut pieces of wood and burn. As I burn, I embed it, so it makes this rosetta, and then also these decorations outside. I make them the burning. I think you can see even in the museum, even on other African instruments, the chivoti, marimba, they have burns. Long time ago, our fathers, they used to burn a metal. As they buy a metal, they burn also the wood. Actually, before they used even not to put varnish. They used to use.
What does it help with? Was it functional or was it decorative?
In
the burning and what they used to do with the metal and wood. Was it for decoration purposes?
It was for decoration purposes, and as the fire decorates, it sticks for forever. We can say, where that burn goes, it sticks forever. So we have seen that maybe we can afford to get some instruments, some tools which can be connected to power, and then we do these decorations. So a machine you use, and then you decorate it the way you want. It can even be personalized. You can put names of people. Children go to school, their guitars get lost. Oh my guitar, oh my guitar,
so
mom.
You can actually
we can even customize, put a name of a student, of the owner. You can buy a gift to someone, and then we can decorate it depending on the function of the day, and that person can play and remember, oh, this is a Kenyan made Givion guitar.
All right, I see you have some tools there.
Yes.
So maybe you can just go there and tell us what each of them are for in the process of constructing your instrument.
In the process of making a guitar, first of all, we have always what we call molds. Molds, they help us to assemble in assembly. When you have a mold, then you make different parts of an instrument what you want to make, and then you come and assemble them all together. First of all, a top, a neck, and the sides have to be ready before they come to the mold. I think also you can see how it looks.
Yes.
It looks as a guitar.
So you can you expand it? Like if you have a bigger guitar, you can expand it.
Now for the guitarina,
Okay.
this one is for the guitarina,
Okay.
the small guitar.
Okay.
For another one, each guitar should have its own mold.
Okay.
If it is an acoustic guitar, should have its own mold.
All right.
Now, when we think about starting to make a guitar, the first thing is how will the sides be made? First of all, we should have kind of a pipe, metallic pipe, heat it, have charcoal, so that you can be able to bend slowly. This work is done very, very slowly, gently, because it can break. It's fragile. 3 millimeter or 2.5 millimeter, and you should not lose it because it's water,
Very expensive.
and it's also expensive.
Yes, I can imagine.
After bending the sides, two of them, now you have already made a top or a bottom. This one should be the top of the guitar. You can see a hole, design of for the hole, and then inside they are pieces of small wood, very small, thin one, to increase the strength, to not to make it rigid, but to be able to stand by itself, to stand the tension after. So we do the bracing inside, internal bracing, and then after that we've come here, fix it inside the mold, put the sides. We have already our neck, as I explained to you before.
So you
Fix it
there.
here all together, put glue, fix for at least 3 hours to 4 hours.
Dry and hold it.
Yes, as it is holding, it dries, you remove it. As you remove, fixing the bottom, it will also take not more than the first period of 4 hours. We bring the top and the top sides and the neck, which have been already assembled. Fix them on this one here. As we fix them,
This one is very thick. Why is it so thick?
this one is just working as a base.
Oh, okay.
Is working as a base. Now we are going to put the bottom. We cover now our guitar with the bottom now. So after covering the bottom and the side, they have been already fixed all together. We have a machine, it's called a router. A router is a common machine, is used all over by carpenters. Me, I am using it just to trim.
Okay.
Because after fixing all these parts, there is extra pieces which are at the sides.
Yes.
Now we trim using a router. After trimming, for sure there might be some openings. Those openings will be filled with some filler, and then we start to do the second part of finishing and putting varnish. Varnish, the first coats are put with the hand, free
With
hand.
the hand, eh?
Yes, put free hand.
So when we actually say handmade.
Handmade. Handmade. When we talk about machine made is that you put the wood in the machine, it comes with the guitar.
With the guitar? Okay.
Yes. Like bread, you put.
So your guitars have that edge. They are handmade.
These ones are handmade, juagali.
All right.
Then our guitar reaches at this level.